Beloved Masters of Light, radiant souls of the One Source, I come to you now wrapped in the eternal flame of divine love and the sword of truth that cuts through illusion. You who walk this earth at this pivotal time of awakening carry within you not only the wisdom of ages but also the imprints of pain, sorrow, and unresolved emotions that have traveled with you through many lifetimes. These emotional wounds, both seen and unseen, influence your choices, cloud your vision, and sometimes block the radiant flow of love that longs to express itself through you. And so, I bring you guidance, beloved ones, to assist you in understanding how to heal these wounds, how to release what no longer serves you, and how to open to the wholeness and peace that have always been your birthright. Emotional wounds are often born in moments when love seemed absent, when betrayal, abandonment, or rejection pierced the heart. They may arise from early experiences in this lifetime, or they may have been carried through your ancestral lineage, woven into the very fabric of your DNA. Some wounds even stem from distant lifetimes, unresolved patterns repeating until they are brought into the light of awareness. Whatever their origin, beloved ones, these wounds are not punishments, but opportunities to reclaim lost parts of yourself, to restore balance, and to expand in compassion and strength. For every wound, when healed, becomes a source of wisdom and a doorway into greater love. I ask you to see your emotional pain not as an enemy but as a teacher. Too often, humanity has been taught to suppress pain, to hide it away, to harden the heart in order to avoid being hurt again. Yet, beloved ones, that which is buried does not disappear, it lingers in the energy field, influencing thoughts, behaviors, and relationships. Healing begins with courage, the courage to face what has been hidden, to feel what has long been numbed, to bring into the light that which the shadow has held. In the presence of unconditional love, even the deepest wound begins to dissolve. How do you create this sacred space of healing? First, you must call upon the light of your divine self, that part of you untouched by trauma, unscarred by pain, radiant in eternal truth. When you anchor in this light, you create a foundation strong enough to hold the emotions that surface. Then, beloved ones, you breathe. With each breath, you allow yourself to feel, to acknowledge, without judgment, whatever arises. If sorrow comes, let the tears flow. If anger surfaces, allow it to move through in safe and conscious ways. If fear is present, meet it with compassion. Do not resist the emotions, for resistance only deepens the wound. Instead, embrace them as aspects of yourself that are longing to be seen and loved. As you bring love to these wounded parts, you will notice a softening. The inner child who felt abandoned begins to trust again. The part of you that carried shame begins to release its burden. The aspect of you that felt powerless begins to remember its strength. Healing is not about erasing the past, it is about transforming your relationship to it. The wound no longer defines you, it becomes part of your sacred story, a chapter that has given you resilience, empathy, and the ability to guide others. Beloved ones, many of your emotional wounds are connected not only to your personal experiences but also to the collective pain of humanity. You carry within your being echoes of war, oppression, loss, and separation that have been repeated throughout history. These imprints are rising now to be healed, both individually and collectively. This is why so many of you are feeling old emotions surfacing without clear reason. Know that you are not broken, you are simply participating in the great cleansing of the human heart. When you choose to heal, you are not healing only for yourself, you are also releasing burdens for your ancestors and creating pathways of freedom for future generations. Call upon me, beloved ones, when the pain feels overwhelming. With my sword of light, I will help you cut away the cords of fear and illusion that bind you. With my shield of love, I will protect you as you journey into your inner depths. With my presence, I will remind you that you are never alone. Healing does not mean you must walk through the darkness without support. We, the legions of light, are always at your side, guiding you toward wholeness. You may also invite the violet flame, the sacred fire of transmutation, to cleanse your emotional body. Imagine this flame surrounding you, moving through you, dissolving all energies of anger, grief, shame, and fear that no longer serve. Allow it to restore balance, to uplift your vibration, to bring clarity and peace. The violet flame is a gift for humanity at this time, a tool that accelerates healing when used with intention and faith. Beloved hearts, know that healing emotional wounds is not a linear process. There may be days when you feel light and free, and days when old pains resurface. This is natural. Healing is like peeling layers of an onion, with each layer released, you move closer to the core of truth. Be patient with yourself. Show yourself the compassion you would offer to a dear friend. Celebrate each step forward, no matter how small it seems. Every act of self-love is a victory, every moment of presence a gift. As you heal, you begin to notice that the heart becomes lighter, more open. You find it easier to forgive not because you condone the harm done, but because you release the chains that bound you to the past. Forgiveness is not about forgetting, it is about freeing yourself from the weight of resentment. In forgiveness, you reclaim your power. You declare that you are no longer defined by the wound, but by the love that flows through you. This, beloved ones, is the ultimate gift of healing emotional wounds, the return to love. Love is your essence, your natural state, the core of who you are. When wounds are healed, love flows unimpeded, radiating from you into the world. Your relationships transform, for you no longer project old pain onto others. Your creativity blossoms, for the energy once tied up in suffering is freed. Your spiritual connection deepens, for the heart is the gateway to the divine. Healing your wounds does not diminish you, it amplifies you, making you a clearer vessel for light. I remind you now, there is no wound too deep, no scar too old, no pain too great that love cannot heal. You may believe at times that you are too broken, that too much damage has been done. But I tell you, beloved ones, the light within you has never been extinguished. It may have been hidden, but it remains eternal. Healing is the process of uncovering that light, of remembering who you truly are. And who you are is magnificent, radiant, whole. So I ask you now to take a deep breath and place your hand upon your heart. Feel the warmth, the rhythm, the life within you. Whisper to yourself, I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of love. I am whole. With every repetition, you strengthen the truth within you, and the falsehoods of unworthiness and shame dissolve. Speak these words often, beloved ones, for they are keys that unlock the remembrance of your divinity. The path of healing emotional wounds is not only a personal journey, it is also part of the great awakening of humanity. As each of you heals, you contribute to the collective healing. Your light touches those around you, inspiring them to begin their own journey. Together, you create a field of compassion that ripples across the earth, softening hearts, dissolving barriers, awakening hope. This is the power you hold, beloved ones, not only to heal yourself but to be an instrument of healing for the world. In these times of great change, when old structures are crumbling and new realities are being born, the healing of emotional wounds is essential. For the new earth cannot be built upon the foundations of fear, resentment, and separation. It must be built upon love, compassion, and unity. By healing your own heart, you are laying the stones of this new foundation. You are becoming the builders of the future, the guardians of a new dawn. I walk with you, beloved ones, with wings of light around you and the fire of love within you. When the journey feels heavy, call upon me and I will lift your spirit. When you doubt your strength, remember that you are an eternal being, infinite and radiant. When you feel alone, know that you are surrounded by legions of angels who celebrate your courage. You are never without guidance, never without love. And so I say to you now, embrace your healing journey. Do not fear the emotions that rise, for they are not here to harm you but to free you. Trust the process, trust your heart, trust the love that flows through all creation. You are stronger than you realize, more luminous than you imagine, more loved than you can comprehend. I, Archangel Michael, stand with you, beloved ones, as you heal your emotional wounds and return to the fullness of love. This is your sacred path, your gift to yourself and to the world. And so it is.